as we get ready for our second semifinal matchup between Chattanooga and Loyola Chicago for the right to move on to the championship game. North Texas 69-67, 32 wins for the Anteaters. Number one in the history of their program in the singles tonight. Clarence Armstrong with Owen Short and Edwin Young. And underway here in the second semifinals.
Spread them out, hard cuts, and open up the floor.
Starting five here for the Mocs, and underneath for the first bucket, it's Bonham. Miles Rubin. The hook, count it.
That young man gets better and better.
Over for Bonham. Bonham again.
Oh boy.
Look out.
Yep.
With the pass out to Dawson. Corner for Des Watson. Back up top, Dawson for three. In and out. Rubin battling for it. Did he knock seasons in the Division I era, which has gone on for 47 years now. Here's a three-pointer. It's up, and it is no good that time.
Oh, that was right there. It was
19th in the country at 42% from three-point range. On the drive is Watson, and we're tied at 4. Bonham brings it out. Here's Huff. Feeds the cutter. It's Whelan. Nice. How about that, Fred?
And you know, he didn't dribble.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
And his coach just retired, Scott Davenport, a great one.
Here's a feed.
Oh, strong move.
The bench last year. Played his 29 games, 17 starts the year before. Corner, no good by Bonham. And here's Quinn right back the other way. Feeds it for Dawson. Three ball is good. They're going to put up quick shots like that in transition, and they've been able to knock them down. 10-6 now. Baseline jumper is good for Whelan. It's a game, third behind Bonham and Huff. Here's Bonham for three. It's good, and Chattanooga has regained the lead, 11-10.
Gonna go zone here.
Quinn to the corner, Dawson for three, and a shooting affair right back and forth here.
Good ball movement by the Ramblers.
No, Miles Rubin the rebound. Edwards, there it is, another three in transition, knocks it down, 16-gram record, 106th three-pointer this season. Juke is blocked by Rubin. Here's Kiesler, reverses direction, nice bounce pass underneath for Whelan.
Kiesler is the best.
109 assists on the season, only has 20 turnovers. Here's a three, Dawson. Rebound and out of bounds on the baseline.
He went to Florida for a year and lost his best friend, and they all regrouped with Coach Earl in Chattanooga. Look at this. This kid is such a good
down the three ball.
Matchup zone right now. They're showing zone. They're trying to play man out of it.
And nice. A block and a foul inside. Count the basket here for him because that's his 125th made three-pointer, which is second in the single season, and he needs three more. And it's Huff. His buddy off the screen for three and off the side of the backboard, and it's a shot clock violation. Watson. Oh, that could have been an offensive foul.
Yeah, it is. Good call. Yep. Now they want to.
It's this season.
Yep.
Three ball, Huff.
How quick is that release? How quick is that?
Ashley, how about it?
That's right, guys. I talked to Honor today. He said, look, I was never tall. It's not like I was tall and then I became short. He said I was that guy that was always short. So
I'm not going to say it for you.
Ashley, how come I couldn't learn that at my size?
Yeah. You're like, I feel for this guy. Here's a shot. It's good by Rubin.
Yeah, good cut. But Rubin can finish.
Casano. Count it for Chattanooga. They're up 23-21 here, halfway through this first half.
He's out for the season.
Yep.
And he is missed, but they've got depth.
Well, and when we talked to Coach Earl about this, when we were talking about Rubin, hands off to Dawson. Trying to get by Costello. He's fouled.
And it's going to go. Yep.
You were talking about him earlier. That 35 points at San Francisco in that win was a career high. It got him to Indy. Now they try to advance to the championship. Wheelan inside, back out here for Bonham. Look at the stutter step moves, but then he looks there. He's been awesome in that category. And he gets it now inside on the offensive end and shows his presence there.
Yeah, he keeps getting better and better. Offensive player. And as you mentioned, high IQ, great student. Good cut. Look at that offense.
Nice play, yep. Bonham.
This is basically...
His job knocking that pass away was Wheelan, but then Loyola Chicago gets it back, and Watson misses on the three, and a foul on the rebound, and it's on the Ramblers. Guys, right? That's worked out pretty well. And then he said guys with basketball sense, high assist to turnover ratio, that can dribble, pass, and shoot. I know it sounds simple, but trying to push off Bonham. Watson working hard in for Rubin, and he got fouled.
Really good job.
Ability from Valentine to recruit and keep players in his hometown. This is a big one for the fifth.
Yep, and I was in Austin 15 months ago when Lori Harlan suffered that ACL injury.
Shot clock. Still good time here. 12 to shoot. Bonham. Yes.
Tough finish. Fair.
Almost. Rebound comes down to Waporia. Rubin. The Hawk.
Pretty.
I agree with you 100%. It's really the four that's been talked about all year, and I think kind of rightfully so, that those are the ones that are left. Basket and a foul here for Jalen DeLoach. And, you know, he's kind of one of those players that you need to have on your team if you're trying to build a championship team and you want to make a run at something. Actually, good stuff there. Here's the three that's off the mark. Rebound offensively by Cassano. Back out to Bonham. Another three-point try does it go. Another offensive rebound. Kiesler on the deck. It's this one. DeLoach. Double team. Out to Waporia for three. No. 15-4 run here for Loyola Chicago. Three ball. No by Cassano. And a foul.
Has guarded anybody. I can just tell you that right now.
And they don't get a chance to respond to that.
We used to pick on Malcolm Huckabee when
Zubin, John,
and Zubin's not bad either.
Yes, exactly. Look forward to hearing from you guys at the half. Point range right now for Chattanooga.
You know what Loyola does to Chattanooga that they don't see often in the SoCon. Good pass, screen inside, great inbounds play.
Left in the first half. Costal. Shot clock. 5. Has to put it up. And in.
How about that? At Alabama Huntsville for John Schumann, a terrific coach.
And coming in from the backside there was Bonham to knock it out. Cassano goes inside, and it's Richards again. And the deficit wasn't as large for the team that was trailing. Like UC Irvine was down by 15 points in the first half. They came back. And DeLoach is 3 for 3 at the foul line.
How good an effort does he get? See if they can isolate.
3 seconds, a long three, in and out. The tip, though, by Cassano.
Them down there offensively for us. He said they're so physical. We have to go hard in whatever we do. And I asked specifically about Miles Rubin as well. He said our ball screen defense has to be good so they can't just dump.
Physicality from Loyola, and the Mocs have to match that early second half.
Dawson feeds it to Rubin. Chicago, the Mocs with Mulholland. Trying to go backdoor. There it is.
They do. What do you mean try? What do you mean try, Mike? You see the picket fence.
Yes. 3 ball at the top. It's good. It's Mulholland. And Chattanooga has the lead.
He is better.
Picks up his 3rd personal foul, though, so he goes to the bench here. And driving in is Rubin as he takes advantage of...
I played with Jimmy Valvano at Rutgers.
That. Here's Bonham. Feeds it in for Joof.
Beautiful.
And the 2.
Now, Mike, we said it at the beginning of the... Watch those cuts now.
Wheelan. Fade away over Watson.
Beautiful. In and out.
And a timeout taken here, Loyola Chicago. A lot of great people with us here throughout this week in Indianapolis.
Making us look good, Mike, and that's not easy.
Inside for the basket. This is Bonham. Plenty of time remaining. It was a 9-point lead at one point earlier in this game for Loyola Chicago. Now it's Quinn. Puts up a three and hits it. Cuts the 5-point lead. They get it to Aquaria. Now inside for Deloach. One-on-one with Whelan.
Adam.
Got it.
Yep.
Three ball, Bonham, yes, and a foul.
Absolutely. How about all 3 games in this tournament prior to tonight? 23 points a game. All family, as we talked about. And they are fun to watch, Mike. He himself was a tremendous player.
He's been a part of the NCAA and NIT, both as a player and a coach.
Yep. I've never liked Danny Earl because I've always had a problem with that guy.
What did you say when you told him that? What did he say?
We laughed. Nice play. They've gotten that again.
Yep, inside Richards.
That to settle down offensively right now. They're kind of out of sorts.
First Chattanooga turnover of the second half. 6 for the game, and a 3 ball from Dawson. Casano. Costello's trying to force it into Richards, and he gathers it somehow and scores it.
Good flare.
Nope. Rebound Casano. Yes, and a foul. They are
Player this year. He's as excited for his teammates as anybody.
He really is, and as a guy that got injured and play from that point moving forward.
A great young man.
Deloach fouled with the basket.
Mike, you're an A-10 guy. This is not his first rodeo in the A-10, Deloach.
It's not. Started his career with the win earlier tonight over North Texas. Bonham, deep 3. Wow! Trey Bonham. This Chattanooga team is down 16 points at Bradley, 38-22. And they came back and won. And now, Chicago in Indy, Big Maple as they call him.
That's right, from Kitchener.
Three-pointer back the other way.
Big one.
Aquaria.
Yeah, playing professionally in Europe. And they're obviously a tall family.
Yes, 5 points, 3 assists for him tonight. Now it's back into Deloach. He doesn't want this season to end. And so Deloach, 5 for 5 at the free throw line, 4 for... Big Maple again, working his way on Deloach. Up and under, and Deloach hacks him.
I'll tell you what, that Big Maple...
For the 5th straight.
We'll get a chance to see Paige Beckers as she ends a brilliant 5-year career. I believe they've already retired her jersey.
Watson, good job to maintain possession and without traveling. Here's Quinn, he's fouled. They make it Dawson shooting the 3 ball, so Jaden Dawson, who this season has been able to light it up. He's got 2 more free throws coming. He's
got to be able to make these free throws. He's a 74% shooter. Every free throw, Rubin back for Deloach. It's hard to play the 2 big guys against Chattanooga because of
Loyola Chicago. But here's Bonham. Look at that, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, and there's a foul on the rebound.
Huggins started his illustrious coaching career.
Well, you said he spent the 4 years there. His first
Ego guys.
Right. You can say it all you want. Back to Dawson. To the corner. It's a 3. It's Watson, and he hits it. No look, gets it inside here. Kiesler backing down Dawson. Help comes, and it's Watson with a block, and another block by Quinn.
Armstrong has made that call 50,000 times.
Casano as much production as he possibly can in a little bit of different areas.
Yeah, he's a
Rubin. Edwards. A little quiet here in the second half. Trying to drive, no, but Rubin cleans it up. Posting up is Richards. 2-point game winner, 4 to go. Back into Richards, and it's blocked, and they're going to call a goaltend.
Of course, right now would be a good time with Huff.
Back to Watson, Rubin, now Watson puts up a 3, count it. Shoot, Bonham. Gets by Quinn, the runner is no good, and possible interference there. Yes, they are going to count the basket, say back. Hands it off. His teammate and friend Huff. For 3. He hits it! Honor Chattanooga. Devin, this is the farthest they've ever got. Quarterfinals in 1985. They're trying to get to the no good. Rebound Kiesler up the court to bottom. That's fitting. The Bucks are going to be going to the NIT championship. Chattanooga 80-73 over Loyola Chicago, and they will play for the title for the first time in